Mr. Haslam, we at Colorful Reimaginations have put together a number of options that tie in both your team's history, but move it forward to the next generation.
We give you the Cleveland Browns. Respect the past, represent the future. Oh. Is there a problem?
Problem? Why we call them the Cleveland Goldfish? I asked you for Cleveland Brown Orange, not Cleveland Carrot Souffle. Oh, hey, Dog Pound, it's your nacho cheese Cleveland Doritos. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, your Cleveland traffic cones. That orange is the new suck. Oh, let's hear it for your Cleveland Orioles wearing jackets made of yams.
Yam jackets. Yam jackets. We only got one more. This is the last one.
Always bold, never ordinary. It's fresh, it's exciting. It looks delicious. I could eat that helmet.
Francis.
Yeah.
I think that's the old logo we got off the busted printer that makes everything look neon, not the new stuff.
Just smile and nod till we get out of here, okay?
Get ready, Cleveland. The box score starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Power College for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. There was a lot of MMA talk today, and in particular, Ronda Rousey's 14-second decimation of Kat Zingano. McLovin, were you surprised to hear that the boss actually watched that bout?
Now, McLovin, before we go there, would defamation mean she talked bad about her in lieu of actually beating her up?
It was decimation.
I don't think I was very...
Decimation.
Decimation.
I thought he said defamation.
I think he said defamation. We'll let it go. We'll
let it go. And I'm not sure he said Kat Zingano, right? Did he? Well, anyway.
Who would know?
Wow. I said it wrong all day long. You know what? I was wondering this weekend, is Dan going to be into the Ronda Rousey storyline? And he was immediately. There was no doubt about it. We were talking about it Friday, too, and you guys were all a little grossed out by MMA, but we're like, we're going to be interested in it.
Well, it's interesting because you don't have to like a sport to talk about a sport. I mean, there's incidents that happen or characters that play well. Like, Dan, I don't think, watched a ton of World Cup soccer, but he talked about it for an entire month because Luis Suarez and different people in America. So it's the storylines more than the sport sometimes.
Yeah, and she sort of she's fascinating. She's so much better than everybody else.
I bet there's people who have never watched an MMA fight before, not 1 second, who could pick her up by looking at her picture or hearing her name. My wife could tell you, oh, Ronda Rousey, she's an MMA fighter, and she's never watched her for 1 second.
I wonder if you're like neutral and you don't care who wins. Do you want to see that dominant person stay dominant? Are you more, drawn towards Rousey, or are you the kind of fan that wants to see her get beat up because it's overdue? I'd like to see someone put her on her rear end. Nothing against Ronda Rousey, but
well, you want her to lose. Other than that, nothing against her.
Nothing against. No, but I'm saying if someone.
You want to see Buster Douglas come along.
Exactly. Well, like when you're seeing Tyson knock everybody out, you're like, okay, it's time. It's time for this guy to get put down.
I kind of feel like we're in a little bit too much of a rush, though, to see great people lose. Like we want to see them fall flat on their face all the time. Like LeBron, we're always trying to pull him down.
But then we want
somebody
the
in
big
the draft
comeback
or whatever. And Ronda Rousey, I mean, she's still relatively new to everything, right?
But it's also
so she kind of has to. Tyson needed a long time to build that.
Yeah, yeah. She still is on the upswing. It's like, do you root against Kentucky or for Kentucky? Yeah, I want to see Kentucky roll everybody.
Do you?
But I'd like to see it like a double overtime thriller in the final game.
I want to see I want to see Nova beating Georgetown. I want Rousey to be 2 more years. She's Georgetown. Kentucky is Georgetown. I like to see what was it? Duke beat UNLV. NC State beat Houston. I like that. You're right, but you need a little more time. She's not there yet.
Yeah, she's not there yet. Yeah.
But I actually agree with. I guess I do want to see her lose, but in 4 years.
What if she was here today?
I would say. You go, girl. I don't know. I'd be terrified.
You go,
don't
girl.
touch. She would shake my hand and I would tap out. That's what would happen if she was here today.
Fritzy, do you see this Pacquiao-Mayweather fight unfolding like this with a knockout in the first round?
No, I think it's going to last a while, only because they've both gotten a lot older. I'm not a huge boxing fan, not as much as I was back in the Arguello days and Holyfield and Hagler Hearns and all that. But, you know, I hope it'll, you know, we've waited this long. I hope it'll actually be a fight that would take several rounds. But
back in the Arguello days, so Alexis Arguello is the boxer.
I loved Arguello and Duran and Leonard and Hearns, Hagler. Those were like some amazing fights. But now, you know, we waited so long, I don't even really care. I'll end up, you know, watching it, or if I don't watch it live, you know, it's our job to at least, you know, see the highlights and be aware of what went down. But I don't see it being a very quick end. They'll be holding each other and hugging each other and lasting a few.
Can we all get together to watch that fight? Somebody's got to buy it. What do you guys think?
That's
Dance?
A lot of travel involved.
Dance? Yeah, it's a Saturday night.
A lot of extracurricular hangout too.
No one's down with that, are they?
Well, I mean, if we were all going to be in New York together and it was like, oh, hey, we're all together because we got to do the show the next day, let's go watch it. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, if we
other than that,
if we all happen to be together physically in the exact same place and someone else pays for the fight,
it's a little tricky.
Then yes, I'd say there's a chance.
A chance.
Well, back to Rousey. Seeing a lot of fans weighed in after Dan gave his take on the bout. Did anyone really go beyond the "you just don't get it" argument?
Oh, yeah, of course. But I mean, you get that for everything, not just MMA. You get people go way beyond for everything.
Oh.
Awful things to say. Although I had never noticed this year though that there's an MMA snob, much like a soccer snob, who are the like you just don't get it and you just don't appreciate the true artistry on display, and you're like splitting someone's face open with an elbow. You're right. I don't see the artistry.
And I think that MMA people have a point. If you don't understand a sport, it's hard to comment intelligently on a sport. But they assume we don't. They assume we haven't watched fights or read up on this or had people on to talk about it. So once you understand the sport and you still don't like it, that doesn't mean you don't understand it anymore. It means you just don't like it.
Well, and like there's a difference though between, like, I understand not understanding, say, soccer or cricket or rugby or something like that, but if you just don't really enjoy the violence and brutality of something, it really doesn't matter if I know all the rules and the intricacies of the sport. It really doesn't. Even if it's like, well, it's jiu-jitsu. Like, oh, okay, so when that guy snapped that guy's arm, that's what it was supposed to. Oh, okay, now I get it. That was a certain hold. Silly me. Of course, now I like it.
It's a dangerous game. Well, when it comes to hard-hitting opinions, nobody wants to step into the ring with this guy.
Yeah, for two.
I would think with all the hype that leads up to a fight, even if you've got money on it and you want to see Rousey ultimately win, why would you want to see it end that quickly? You're just getting in your seats and you're barely sipping your drink or having your popcorn or whatever, and it's over already. I would want to think that you'd want to be part of a battle that lasts several minutes that people are going to talk about for a long time.
That's the second time I heard that, and I'm still shaking. I mean, Dana White's going to respond. I'm sure if he hasn't called already, he'll call to respond. But Fritzy, the good thing about Fritzy, the hammer has replaced ask, answer, ask. But you did an ask, answer, ask there. You asked why would someone want to do this, then you said why they wouldn't, and then you re-asked Dan the other question.
Do that.
But luckily, the hammer kind of bails you out.
It did. Right. If we didn't have the hammer sound effect, I would have got killed by Dan saying.
Did he really feel strongly about that though?
I do. I don't want to.
Do you not see that?
I don't want to see a fight. That's about as strong as I get.
Do you feel the moment?
I heard the hammer. I heard the hammer.
Well, if the hammer is played, that means he feels strongly, whether he knows it or not.
That'd be like if there was like just a sporting event where it can end in a few seconds. Imagine like a baseball game, someone bats in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, the structure of the entire game.
I know, but I'm saying, but it should last a certain amount of time. Just any sport that it can end that abruptly and that immediately, it seems silly to me.
But you like boxing. You're a boxing fan. How can you say one? You said you're a huge boxing fan back in the 80s. That could end in 5 seconds.
It could.
And actually more likely that a boxing match can end fast.
That's true, but most of the fights that I enjoyed and some of the fights that are considered the greatest fights of all time are ones that went 12 or 15 rounds.
But you said, how can you like a sport where it can end so quickly?
Well, not so much a sport, but it's more, if that happened all the time, then I would never have liked boxing. If fights were ending constantly, like in the first round or second round, I would find that boring.
But you're from Brooklyn. Did you like Mike Tyson?
I did like Mike Tyson, but like anything else, after a while, and that's just the nature, I think, of society. When someone gets a little too big, all of a sudden you want them to get knocked down, and then the next thing is, then you want to build them back up and see them, get rejuvenated and come back on top after being knocked down. So,
boom.
Coming up, Paulie is the hair police of the Mancave, and he was all on the case today. This is the box score, and it is powered by Ram 1500 EcoDiesel. Every truck can tow a boat, every truck can climb a hill. Every truck can haul a trailer, but not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, Glory, Ram.
What is an armbar, by the way? It sounds awful.
It's where you literally pull someone's arm the other way.
It took her 15 seconds to get in a position where she could break her arm.
It's illegal in wrestling because you could take an armbar wrestling is where you you could take it and
wow, I just got a
like
cosmetic surgery.
In wrestling, like high school wrestling, you grab an armbar and so let's say I grabbed it, I could pull it down and use it to leverage you. Yeah. But an armbar there is where you actually.
You just basically you're sticking in a point where you could
snap him at the elbow.
Yeah, and she's got to tap the second that happens, right?
Yeah, I don't know if the ref can call it.
Serious damage.
We are back here on the box score. Paul Pabst, why are you so obsessed with everybody's hair?
You know, this was a tough one. I didn't mean to make it as much of an issue as it did. I walked back by McLovin. I noticed he had a hat on, but I also noticed his hair looked pretty tight, like he'd just gotten it cut. And just to have boring conversation, which I usually don't join into, I said, "Hey, haircut. Let me check it out." And then he goes, "No, no." And then Dan comes in and let him know what's going on about this incident. And Dan goes, "Oh, you got painted." And I didn't even notice the paint. I got to say, I'm a bad journalist. I didn't notice that there was fresh paint.
Well, you really wouldn't see under the hat too well. But yeah,
it's kind of interesting that every time you get your hair dyed, you wear a hat the whole time so we can't see it. It's like, what's the point of getting your hair dyed?
It's more seamless.
It's also a tell, though. It's a big tell.
Yeah, it's a tell. Well, I know.
If I know you, because usually you're a Friday hat guy, because sometimes you'll skip the Friday shower.
Monday Night Football always leads into Hat Tuesday. That's a fact.
That's true, but the season's over.
Well, you know what? There's several reasons this was
Monday usually comes in hot. You come in sweater.
Yes, but one, I plan, it's very easy to get lazy and wear hats. So now, can I wear a hat the rest of the week? It just saves me some time in the morning. So that's ruined. Two, I thought you were going to pull the hat off and the hair's not looking good.
I wouldn't do that.
You were circling around, Paul.
Certainly, hands were moving in
I
that
felt
direction.
a little like, but you're not an invasion of space guy very much.
No, I try not to be.
Yeah, like you don't like being physically close, and I saw you moving around. I'm like, well, this will be a bad YouTube clip, so I jerked it up to avoid that.
If I had pulled it, do you think you might have struck back like the time you hit Seton?
You would have been pissed off, though.
I never hit Seton, did I?
No. You threw a
No,
ball
I would have never. No, I didn't. I threw a ball. I didn't throw a punch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you said a punch. No, no, I would never have struck back.
Wait, by the way, I noticed I mentioned in the box one of your moves is when you don't like something, you grab the water and go get water. Whether it's full or not, it could have been full to the brim, and you did the I'm out of here, I'm getting water, kind of reset, and then get your game together, and you come back in, I'm going to put the hammer.
Was that part of it?
Well, yeah, it's more to that. I go to the back monitor to see what everyone's saying, so I'm hyper-informed, too. But don't all you guys do that? Don't you go to the back room reset? I thought that was a move that was
I go
common.
to the bathroom reset. I don't know what you guys do.
Yeah.
We know.
No, if I went to the back room, how could I stand here and argue with you guys?
Yeah, see, you will just...
That's exactly like the last place I want to be.
Play through.
Yeah.
It was.
I was in the corner getting punched, and I came out.
Yeah, it was CSI Milford, and here's Paul Pabst trying to pull the mask off the old Long Ranger.
Did you get your haircut?
I may have, I may not.
Messy?
It's all messy.
Please?
No.
Why not?
It's disgusting. I haven't showered in 3 days.
That's okay. I don't want to smell your hair. I just want to see it.
Oh, dude, you're creeping me out a little bit.
All right, sounds good. If you just show me your hair, then we can move on. Do you want me to help you take the hat off?
Dude, why do you think I'm wearing a hat?
Can't be worse than mine.
Fresh paint?
Looks pretty tight on the sides.
Is there fresh paint?
Yes.
Okay. Is that good enough?
If you come over here, I'm not going to touch you.
Totally creeping me out. Actually, stay a little bit away, Paulie. All right, fine. I don't want to do this.
Do what?
Paul, did you shave this weekend?
Shave?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Gray beard.
Oh boy, did this get uncomfortable in a hurry.
Very awkward.
That was, yeah, there's that. You could tell real quick when Andrew's not enjoying something.
Well, it's like
okay.
I call it hair dye day. We do it about once every 4 months. We'll do hair dye day, and it's you got to take it. You gotta like take the bullet, and then everyone will get bored of it. Then we'll come back to it. Then we'll do it in 4 months.
Right, so, I got it on the schedule for July.
Hair dye day.
Yeah, McLovin, have you ever seen Paulie be so creepy?
I didn't get that close.
It was unusual. I thought Paulie pushed him more than usual because if I tell him, I don't really want to go here now, usually he lets it go. He didn't let it go here. not sure. Maybe it felt like a slow day and the look-ins weren't moving as fast as they should.
That could be part of it.
Possibly. I definitely felt a little bit of physical proximity that put up my antenna. But then, yeah, and then of course, and you know, hair dye day also means the cameraman is going to put the camera here the entire day. So like if I turn like this coffee, it means I'm going to get coffee all over the camera.
I saw Seton see you like having some kind of interaction with the camera, and you were kind of like, oh, I think you just let the
They had it, actually today they even took one step further. They put it on sticks, literally this far from my, so that means the cameraman doesn't even have the energy.
Sticks is the industry term for like a tripod.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to you.
You can see the same show, June 2013, October 2013.
That was a good show.
Yeah. You should give Fritzy clues on how to get out of stuff like this, because he's often objecting, you know, I'm not really feeling this, and nobody cares whatsoever. We're just like, shut up, Todd, just stay in the back.
Skate to the back room, pretend you're refilling your water.
Is that the way to go?
Oh, don't stay in the back. Come out front, be bold, because up next we have a mock headline battle royale, and Fritzy, maybe you'll get the belt. Let's see. We are back here at the Box Score. Monday is here. The weekend was full of good times, memorable moments, and tons of headlines. Let's relive the very best of them and kick the week off right with this edition of
Mock Headline Battle Royale.
Our first headline, Marshawn Lynch opens up about the last play of the Super Bowl to Turkish TV. Paulie, start us off.
Istanbul.
What?
Solid, Seton. What do you got?
Usually curse words is an automatic cheer. You know what? Graphics guys are probably going to have to dump that or something.
They press the wrong button.
They're like, oh man, even though it's not a graphics thing. Anywho, here comes another boo-worthy one. Captain Marshawnvius. Lynch confirms what everyone else in the world already knew.
Okay. No.
Marshawnvius.
It's there.
It's like a Captain Obvious. Captain Marshawnvius.
McLovin.
Wow. A lot of booing going on.
Okay. I will be, for each headline today, singing one line of a popular song.
Super.
Money, 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 money. I'm just doing this headline so I won't get fined. Just doing this show so I won't get fined, by the way.
Oh, injecting a little truthiness.
That gets applause.
It's setting up the later headlines.
Turks and chaos. Can we get a vacation from the play calling thing already?
Oh boy, well done, Fritzy.
Intermixing your countries.
Score 1-0 Fritzy on this so far.
Wow. Second headline.
Has nothing to do with Turkey.
Ronda Rousey defeats Kat Zingano in only 14 seconds via submission. Seton, let's have it.
Help me, Ronda, help me, Ronda, help me, Ronda, yeah, get her off of my head.
Bravo, I say. Paulie, your headline.
Zingano in 14 seconds.
Yeah. The crowd is silent. Oh, crowd boos. What? Fritzy, your headline, please.
2 for 2.
I'll probably win.
Just when I was getting a Rousey, the fight was over and I had to pull up my sweatpants.
That's actually true.
That's pretty gross. So far, it's 2-0 Fritzy.
Take it you saw there with a weigh-in. McLovin.
Help me, Ronda. Help me, Ronda. Help me, Ronda. Please don't break my arm. I have it written here. I thought of it independently of Seton.
Help me plagiarize. Seton's headline right now. Third headline. Justin Bieber celebrates 21st birthday with lovely lady friends, Fritzy, in the wheelhouse.
Just in case you weren't quite sure, Bieber loves him some Bieber.
Just in case.
McLovin. Oh. Was there a picture on there?
Then I saw those girls, now I'm a believer. I'm just mailing these in until I get to my fourth headline.
Paulie.
As a show of protest towards anything Justin Bieber does, I will not give any thought to this.
Nice.
Very nice. And strong. Seton.
As a power.
Hey, want to know what you can get Beebs for his birthday? How about a shirt, guy? Why don't you put one on once in a while?
Put on a shirt.
Ooh, shots fired. This cat has claws. Our final headline, James Harden kicks LeBron James below the belt during Cavs-Rockets game on Sunday. McLovin, what do you have?
Rocket Man, why do you gotta go and kick me in the balls?
Okay.
A long road.
That was all.
That was a long four-headline road to get
well worth it.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Fritzy.
I got Rockets Red Glare. Oh, say, did you see Harden soften the king?
Seton.
Hey, LeBron, what's the capital of Thailand?
Paulie, bring it home.
Come check.
Harden kicks King James in his chosen ones.
I like it. Well, the judges have deliberated, and the mock headline championship belt goes to Mr. Todd Fritz.
Yay, toddler! You did it. Congratulations, pal.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
Thanks very much.
Stick around. We're going to close up shop here at the Box Score, and we're taking a break, of course, to remind you that the Ram Heavy Duty, with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower, doesn't need one. Guts, glory, Ram.
Struggled, then became a good free throw shooter. But to see that, you know, if this had happened pre-championships, we'd shut down the network with what's wrong with LeBron conversation. I think by winning 2 and by hitting a ton of clutch shots along the way, he's built a reservoir of comfort in this. Maybe not a passion bucket, but a reservoir of something.
We are closing up shop here in the Box Score. That's ESPN anchor Mike Tirico, and he gently dropped the passion bucket reference to LeBron James' struggles at the line. Paulie, is that what motivated you to try to match his 3 for 11 effort yesterday?
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun, especially watching us struggle. I'm not good at shooting baskets, and I thought if we could each take a try to beat LeBron, I thought it was the right move to go with me first, because I'm not good at shooting a basketball, and I proved it.
You certainly did. You tried to match his shooting from yesterday and just ended up breaking stuff.
That's it.
Oh
boy.
Oh no!
Which guy is that?
Drew Bledsoe's leg got broken. Oh my God, that guy's been through enough pain in his career.
Bledsoe got sacked. Look at him.
Oh
Took
no!
him down.
Bledsoe got.
Damn.
Where's Mo Lewis?
We need Tom Brady to come in. Oh man. You know, I feel like you do get a little sensitive when when all your very expensive equipment that runs the show gets endangered by basketballs. But it's always kind of funny when we leave the net open. Some funny stuff.
Hysterical, actually.
Yeah.
I've been trying. I think I've dropped that actually because it is sort of like at this point I'm a little more curious to be like, imagine if everything just blew up.
Like, would we?
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like, what are we gonna do?
Won't get on the air tomorrow if like the shot goes too far right?
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. There's a chance we could like, all hell could break loose.
That'd be a great story.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Not really.
What now? If we did, like we have, Brock, I don't know if you know, we have a signal that goes up on the air. If we went down where you couldn't see our TV show, I think there's a picture of Dan like, oops, like this. I suggested years ago they should have a loop of you breaking your glasses or a loop of whatever it may be. What would you guys put up there for a loop of video?
Loops of like nut shots I would put up there.
Yeah.
I've got a pretty decent reel of that going right now.
Do you think we should produce that up and make sure it's ready?
I just show any Box Score episode. That's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
See, I saw a bunch of lotto tickets out there in the desk. You guys ever win?
What?
Oh, the lottery tickets? Yeah, those would have been there until the end of time if that basketball hadn't hit. Those are losing lottery tickets from 3 weeks ago and somebody's dollar that's been sitting there. And those would have been there until this building was torn down.
Maybe those tickets might have like a couple numbers on them though. You get a little bit of
Actually, I was told that we didn't get one number right. I mean, we should win an award for being farthest away from winning the lottery.
Well, a winner every day. Fritzy, who's on tomorrow?
Frank the Tank, Wisconsin star, senior forward Frank Kaminsky will join us, and we'll also hear from Reginald Aloysius Miller of Turner Sports, the Hall of Famer, so far for the Tuesday edition.
Thank you, gentlemen. We are back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern right here on Audience Channel 239. If you can't wait till then, the podcast is available on iTunes or podcast1.com. Have a good day.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!